What is up, Windham fans? Welcome back. Happy Friday. Weekend is starting up. Today I had no school, so I haven't done a ballooning test video in a while, so I'm going to be doing the second one on this channel right now. Before we start, as you see, I changed my profile picture to the Windham Balloons logo, and I even changed my name because this is Windham Balloons, not Stuff You. Yeah. Anyways, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, and let's thank our sponsors, Ultra Magic, for sponsoring this video. He has been sponsoring our ballooning test videos. Ultra Magic is the sponsor, and we'll get started here. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. And I'm gonna go to Ultra Magic. Okay. Here it is. This balloon manufacturer. Okay. So weekend was good. Everyone's doing great. That's all good. Now we're gonna get into it. This is the Approved Train Organization, episode 2 on Windham Balloons. Okay. Remember how I was teaching you about tasks. The tasks you need to include with in your knowledge. You have to be 14 to get a ballooning license. It's 16, but 14 is when you start learning. Okay, so I usually do this at 11 p.m., but I did it early at 9 a.m. But 11 a.m., sorry, not 11 p.m. Okay, let me go to this ultralight, tell you the tasks of what you need to use. So, as you see, ballooning is the most safest sport of aviation, oldest type of flight. Usually, nothing is way better than doing ballooning tasks and competing. So, as you see, our solo duo here, it's a hopper. We got different models of balloons. We're going to go by the different and best envelopes that there is to compete with. Okay. As you see, we got kind of different series of hot air balloons. We got H series, M series, MV series, known as the Racer, N series, S series, T series, V series, Z series, B series, and G series. Let me show you one of my least favorites. I really do not like the N series. They're not my favorite. Why do I not like N series? Let me show you. As you see, the envelopes are designed and rigged because you can't actually compete in N series. I don't think you knew that, guys, but it's just that this is not my favorite kind of a model of a hot air balloon. Because when you have the task, when you throw it, once you got lots of your permission to throw the marker, you got lots of these. The only one that to compete in, but you'll definitely come dead last, is this one. This hot air balloon, known by its own kind of design. The Nomex I don't like about it. The parachute I don't like. And as you see, when you hold the mouth, it takes more than 15 minutes to do that. And the volume of it is 5,100 feet. So I don't want to compete in a really big one because that's the Model 180. The thing is that the N500 is 14,400 cubic feet. As you see, the volume of the balloon has different kind of parts. It's got different kind of recreation, and the basket is not a good kind of design. And as you see, you can't actually focus on this flying because flying with a T series, that's what my balloon grit sterner is. It is a Model 180. The T180 as it is kind of like this one. This is kind of what the basket looks like that can fit 4 people. As you see, the Model 180 is pretty much including of a pilot. Not really though, but the Model T is of course my favorite because as you see, there's a lighter mid of 20 gores and it usually has 150,000 cubic feet. But with 4,250 volume plus feet, the balloon has a different kind of size up with the day, and you can't be watching in the balloon. You can't launch from a different place or like watch where there's pull lines or anything. Yeah, but as we see here, this is a balloon that people can compete in. It's the Model Series Z. This is what cotton candy is right here. As you see, let me show you about this, but this looks like cotton candy a little. It's not the balloon cotton candy, but it looks like it. As you see, the cotton candy has like the same balloon. It's the same one. It's a Z series. So cotton candy can compete really good in competitions of racing, but you have to focus on something else between flying and other kind of limitations because with the existing panel construction, as you see, let's go to the sport of adventure. As we see in competition first, I'm going to show you all 20 to 30 tasks there is to show you just a quick FYI. So these tasks can be depending on the level like of competition you are in, but most countries now use the formally recognized tasks. Usually if you go to the World Championship, if you list all tasks currently below, you can use the competition of organization. So let's see here. This task is not really used much, but we go down, there's lots of tasks different that you can use. So the elbow land, you have to get the greatest change of the direction, usually in 180 degrees minus the angle of ABC. Now remember, if you're flying, you need a small result. If you use a really big result, then that means technically your hot air balloon wants to get a different type of result. But guys, I just woke up pretty early. Okay, so as you see, there's lots of different type of distances to drop the marker from. But let me show you some. As you see, once you get from the hot air balloon, you've got lots of tasks to do once you're competing. Usually the computers get their own number. The number depends on if they choose first. If they're a member or pilot, they're competing. They always have to set the tasks that involves into the ground. The closest to the center has to get weighted stream on the marker. And usually it happens 3 to 5 flights. Sometimes 4. But sometimes usually some flights, we've only got one in High River one time. Only one flight. Because it was a cancellation. Usually Grand Prix of this time, you have to get to the consist or race into the consist. But at some levels of competition pilots, they have become so skilled that after flying 30 minutes or more, or covering quite large distances, they can be dropping their marker right in the center of the target cross. Quite often, as the distance between the markers of the first 4 place competitors can be millimeters of fractions of an inch. So an inch is this, and right here is millimeters. So let's say that I wanted a kind of task. You can't choose it. You have to be ordered by it. As you see, somebody has to organize and be the balloon meister of the competition and set the tasks before each flight. The responsibility of the competition, the rules have to be laid down and given to everyone concerned as an official observer. They have to be allocated, and competition directors have established over the years of a number of extremely complicated tasks. So let's say we were at Heritage Inn Balloon Festival, which is coming up next week. I'm really excited for that. And let's say we got the pilots who violate the rules. So they don't really determine a winner. It's whoever violates the rules, so not really listen much, loses the points. So just as important, it adds excitement, and we usually identify the map's coordinates as we write on the marker if there is a third target. The first target must be declared before launch, so one can see it can be very easy to make mistakes writing down on the coordinates or choosing the target. This is an area director works closely with observers and where points are often lost. At each time of an end of a flight, the observers determine who is the winner of the competition, and they face consequences during the positions at that point in the competition. As we see here, there is lots to operate, lots to have an intersection with, and lots of these tasks are usually used back in the ray. Hare and Hounds is, of course, one that you have to follow. The Gordon Bennett Memorial is known by a close set goal within a scoring area. So let's say I was going to do Hare and Hounds, and let's say the target missed. It did not land closely. If it didn't land closely, then technically we cannot have a kind of other festival like this. So we have to distance from a mark with which is the smallest result, and from the mark to the target, more than 2 meters upwind of the basket after landing. It's usually at the end before you land. As we check on Gordon Bennett, just like we did in episode 2 of Stuff You. So from the result of the distance is to mark from the target. If displayed of goal, smallest result gets the best. Okay, so technically we got calculation, a rate of approaching tasks. We have lots of these players up on the land run. So as you see, you have to get mostly involved in the competition, but let's go to our hot air balloons. Let's go to the techno. The techno is from ultralight balloons. These hotter balloons you cannot compete with. Let me tell you why. As you check on the Techno 70, it's a really big balloon. And it weighs 70,000 cubic feet. And the envelope weighs less than 70 kilograms. And there's a silicon with fabric that has to test down. And it folds less than 50 kilograms. And it's only capable of flying up to 4 people, and it's generous high configuration. Usually it's equipped with step holes and easy carry handles, but as you see, double burners are available when you're in a hot air balloon. But if you detach the burner system, look at this. The basket weighs from 50,000 cubic feet to 120,000 cubic feet, as the lightweight envelopes weigh from that and how tall they are. So it's a really big balloon, and the fabric is not used to it. Now let me show you the other Techno, the Techno 50. Let me show you this. So it weighs 50,000 cubic feet, and the Techno 500 envelope weighs less than 50 kilograms, including the bag. Stemlessly tested fold down. The positive side of Techno basket weighs in at less 35 kilograms and is capable of flying 2 people with a range of cylinder configurations. This one is a really small basket. You cannot compete in a small balloon, or something is going to go wrong. Just really hard. It's generous with 0.8 times 1.0 times 1.1 meters high in the air, and it's equipped with step holes and easy carry handles. The larger Techno 70 basket may also be chosen as a coast opinion or coast option with the Techno 50 package. The burner, which complements the Techno 50 package as its standard in a huge, successful, and innovative Power Plus single designed by Paolo Bugnano, the designer, and conjunction with Ultra Magic. Paolo Bugnano, it sounds a little bit of a confusing name, but he's kind of like French and Spanish and Italian, kind of. But he's the guy who makes Techno baskets. Techno baskets usually have the detachable burner system. You can't compete with 3 burners, but you can compete with 2. And it allows the burner frame to be packaged with the basket, and the burner can be packed separately. As the Techno 50 package is equipped with a unique Techno external tank security system, which is known by the padded luggage bag included for the basket and the burner. The Power Plus burner is supplied with a range of lightweight envelopes, types, and sizes as it's approved for use, with standard Ultra Magic envelopes up to 77,000 cubic feet size. So that's like, let's say that's up to a building, like that's up to the CN Tower in Toronto. Usually the Techno 50 package is equipped with the unique Techno external tank system with lots of kind of tanks that is only up to 2, so you can't compete in those kind of balloons. And it's mostly with, usually because like operation of the temperatures could result in longer envelope life, because it could wear out with fabric, and there is no possibility to take partial advantage of aero fabrics. The insulation fabric tops part only of the envelope. These Technos you shouldn't compete in because they're too small and they could wear out fast. they can only launch for 30 to 40 minutes because the Technos are just a test of balloons. Yeah. Okay, so, and let's see what their tanks look like, because as you see on the fuel cylinders, inflation fans, special heat shields, accessories and spares, and instruments. Let's see what their fuels are. Let me go down. I'll first read the top first. So all of the Ultra Magic fuel cylinders are manufactured from the highest quality duplex, and it's stainless steel. It's fully approved for filling and transportation by road with the EU, the Economic Unity. The Economic Unity are tank creators that are available in 3 sizes. They make tanks that can weigh strong than the Technos. So let's say that you want to fly for 50 minutes. You can fly for 55 minutes, so it's an extra 5 minutes. And the 3 sizes you can do in an extra 5 minutes are 20 kilograms, 30 kilograms, and 40 kilograms. Because usually they suit all the basket sizes and the requirements are supplied in a standard mechanic fuel gauge. The cylinders, they are all fitted with their own design, and they have a high quality of pressure relief, and they value with well proven and quick designed quick shut off liquid. So they take off the valve and they standard for add safety. Let's say that the liquid takes off connections and they're available in a choice or Rego or Tema. Rego or Tema is a kind of cylinder made in the part of Ultra Magic. So they're both dust caps, of course, and the vapor of regulation may be fitted for use with burners with vapor pilot lights, fuel safe vapor bleed extension. The hoses and connections are also available as an opinion for use within basket and refueling where allowed. All cylinders can be supplied with the padded jacket and padded top ring, and usually tops of the balloon has lots of these kind of offers as Ultra Magic does. Let me go down for a sec. As you see, for the fans, Techno makes fans, but they're not as good. There are some that are strong and they offer as a compressive efficient range of fans. They're available at 3 HP, 5.5 HP, 9 HP, and 13 HP because they cover all envelope inflation requirements, and they have inflation fans that are manufactured in the proposed built factory, which have controls that are all applied to balloon burners and fuel cylinders. As you see, the strong stainless steel frames are especially designed to withstand the rigors of many years, hard use, and have been extensively tested in the harshment of environments. And it's more than 900 hours, but for 1,000 of hours, the wheels fit to 5.5 standard. They're couplated their own to a unique design of the ultra prop propeller. The blade fan, the end result of it that has to work with optimum performance. They cannot inflate balloons much quicker and safer than doing the tasks. As you see, fan blades are usually called by a rug mesh guard for safety, and all inflation fans get constructed to the new European regulations as they fit with a CE label and are supplied with a compressive product manual, a product manual, a compressive product manual. This is what they look like. These fans are for a fold-up heat shield extensions, and they are called as elephant ears. Yeah. Okay, so this has never happened on my ballooning test videos now, but I'm going to do this thing called take 5, which means take a 5-minute break and get back to it. So I'm going to see you guys 1 second. I am going to stop the share for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna take 5. So I'll see you guys back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. That was a 5-minute break. And now we're gonna go back to it. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about the heat shield extension. So basically, all large ultramagic burner frames are used with passenger ride balloons. They come by a standard aluminum heat shield. So everyone's wondering what a heat shield is. It's on Kiss the Sky, sometimes not. A heat shield is one of these things, if I can get the image up. So it's this thing where, like, if new passengers are new to a hot air balloon ride and they do not want to get their, like, I don't know, they don't want the heat close to them, they got burner protectors and they're known by heat shields. So this is on Kiss the Sky balloons. You've probably seen this, but there's these things called heat shields. Heat shields are just protecting the passengers if they don't want heat close to them. And yeah, so usually they call the extensions elephant ears because they sometimes call that. They're usually easy load and locked in place when they are required to protect passengers on the end of large baskets. The unique design means that no tools are required, and when the extensions are not in use and during the inflation preparation, they can be folded safely away. So the accessories and spares, a comprehensive range of accessories and spares are always available to maintain your ultra magic balloon. And whenever it's been in special bags, if it's drop lines, tether equipment, fuel manifolds, and filters, or just burner arrays, they can all be found in the comprehensive illustrated Ultra Magic Parts catalog. This is what they use to hold the basket, and they attach it to the chase vehicle. They unattach it, lift it, and it goes up in the sky. So, and when the balloon gets ready, sometimes big balloons can compete in competitions. The thing is, it might disturb passengers, and it's really hard to compete in a big balloon. And basically, doing a big, larger balloon, holding the mouth, it's kind of like a big inflation of a kid's balloon, and it goes up to there. It's kind of like a big balloon, and I'm going to show you the experiment of it. I will be right back. Unfortunately, guys, we don't have any balloons with us because they're all being used. So it's just an example. It's just kind of like, so pretend you're blowing a balloon, it goes up to there. That would be like Kiss the Sky. Anyways, let's now talk about the instruments, radios, and the GPS. A full choice of instrument packs are available, usually with the range of multi-instruments that come from an aviator. So, you know how lots of aviation, there's a choice of instrument packs, and they got lots of kind of tools to use with the balloon, lots of kind of digitool multi-instrument. And let me talk about them. So, covering all requirements, we offer the Flytech 3040, which incorporates a sensitive barometer, usually set in an altimeter, an ambient thermometer, wireless envelope. Usually has a plus timer with a less expensive Flytech. It is also available, which is similar to the 3040, but without an envelope thermometer. We are also able to offer advice with the supply of a number of the aircraft radios, GPS systems, and transponder systems that are currently available. Okay. So, yeah, these are what the instruments, radios, GPS bags look like from Ultra Magic. Yeah. Well, we are done with the ancillary. Let's now move on to the kind of burners. We haven't talked about burners in a while since the last one, but let me sell them. So, we offer the most advanced and largest choice of burners in the industry, technically. So, the Ultra Magic burners have an enviable reputation for being safe, with powerful, low in noise, a joy to use, and relatable and easy to maintain. Available in the single, double, triple, and quad configuration in a number, style, and power designs options. One can be sure of being able to have an exact burner match. So for your burner requirements, it's allowing safe and powerful inflations combined with quiet and efficient cruising. So usually they're complemented by a compressive range of aviation quality stainless steel burners frames designed to suit all sizes and types of baskets. In double, triple, and quad configuration, they are equipped with a highly maneuverable center gimbal block system, which can be adjusted to the pilot's personal adjustments or requirements. So this is the Power Plus Sport. That's a burner that people can sometimes use. Some can have 4 burners, which is the MK32 range of burners. The burner you definitely don't want to compete with is this one, the Power Plus. Let me tell you why. I know that all of you think it's a beautiful burner. It is a beautiful one, but usually a unique burner system combining main and quiet burners in one valve action. It's giving extra power without an extra weight penalty. The Ultra Comeback Plus Sport single burner completes with a frame and hoses that weighs only 14 kilograms and constantly has the highest power to weight ratio of any production balloon burner in the world. So usually producing a quiet flame because like the burner is really quiet that it can just get below a lot. The main valve action has tremendous feel and gives you the option to independently operate the normal main action part of the burner by engaging the first phase only. However, that like with pressing the valve action twice, usually an extra step that you engage, plus the phase of 2 of the burners give you the plus part of the Power Plus Sport. So the burner is really quiet, and the burner doesn't weigh a lot. The burner only weighs like about 110 pounds. It's not that much. And usually with the single certification, it's from 25,000 cubic feet to 120,000 cubic feet. That's the burner it can go up to, but then it would look a little crooked. Usually, it can be activated by a separated valve under the main valve handle. And with a complete dual burner system for the power plus single, it gives you everything that you need in a burner or more. So basically, got the propane, got the burner, got the flame. There it goes. And you can't just launch by randomly. Usually the ultimate of ease and assembly or disassembly of the transport, the conjunction has developed with unique burner assembly systems that allow easy removal of a single burner from the load frame. Let's say it enables the burner to be stored in a small padded bag for easy transport. Usually the specialty useful when used with comeback balloon systems that travel extensively and sometimes by air transport. The burner got a lot of weight to it. The propane's here this time, and the propane gets up there, pushed in, and then there's the flame. Let's talk about the MK32 one now, the Ranger burners. So usually people have been making burners like this for more than 30 years now. And because of the design and manufacture of the burner, that's why. Usually the MK32 combines the best of acclaimed MK21 and Power Plus Mark U's. It was designed by the same guy, Paolo Bonanno, buying conjunction with a team of aeronautical engineers. So they produced completely at the Ultra Magic factory, and has been tested to absolute limits in all climatic and flying conditions. So usually the MK32 is a very high special burner, which is reliable with also not being too heavy. So the special attention to agronomics, which is the kind of propane you teach about, it was into the design to enable easy, safe operations with maintaining comfort and use. Usually the assembly and maintenance are asserted with and also introducing many new innovative concepts which to help make flying with concepts and more safe and enjoyable. Usually the MK32 is in double, triple, and quad designs with a choice of coil and pilot light configurations. Usually I'd prefer 2, not 3, not 4, because 2 you can compete very good and you could probably win easily. That's probably why. So let's say the MK21 style jet coil system. It's a simple, quiet, yet powerful. So Banano Koda affected the jet and coil with good performance at very low pressures and very high output coils was under development. So usually the liquid and whisper valve handle and main handle can be operated simultaneously with single hand, thus enabling the pilot to open both valves whenever necessary. So the ground gets braked design of a fuel preheater, but for the liquid, the pilot's lights are incorporated within the reduces the exoblation of oil and deposits from dirty or poor quality fuel. In the regulator and pilot light circuits, the fuel sometimes intakes or intended at 45 degrees to reduce a hose bending at the frame corners. So its intakes all offered within 90 degrees almost to accommodate different frame geometries. So let's say the MK32 follows an easy installation and it removes different independent hydraulically activated main valves, removing the handle system as it's available as an option. So usually the burner fits on the heat shields, fitting the existing center dipole mounted for MK21s. Talk about the MK30 but before MK32 it was the MK21. It was an upgrade using existing burner frames. So it was kind of the same as this one, but they added burner frames, which is really cool. The ease of maintenance and repairs an important feature of the MK32 as it follows. Basically, the systems are assembled in modules. These modules are independent and thus are enabled as an easy inspection. Usually the replacement and identification of possible malfunctions. The single hand design once you compete in is the left and right hand specific parts that have been avoided to simplify and reduce stocks of spares and minimize risk of an advertent swapping confusion during maintenance. Further maintenance simplifications have been with the reduction of different locking means and screw-in sizes. Thus, less tools are required. The designs enable easy removals of the entire pilot light assembly, and they're enabling a comfortable access for cleaning, inspection, and lubrication of the pilot light outside the burner can use the units once they're done. So the conventional nuts have been replaced with riveted nuts in the coil and can support to simplify the assembly and disassembly. So that's the burners, the MK32 leading the way into the innovative balloon design. All right, we're going to take 5 again for 5 minutes. Let me just stop the share for a sec. And we're going to take a 5-minute break. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Hey guys, we're back now. Now let's get back to it. Okay. All right. So we first did burners, we did envelopes, we did ancillary. Now we're going to talk about a little bit of the baskets. All right. So there's a lot of type of baskets, different types. As you see, baskets are known for their excellent build quality and rigidity of the shape. So all handcrafted, usually in the factory. There's usually tightly woven best quality ratans and canes. So strongly yet, the lightweight with Scandinavian plywood floors are reinforced frames. Each basket has two stainless steel wires at each corner for added safety when you're competing, as well as having plenty of handles both inside out. The top is trimmed in a choice of the finest leather or suede, while its extra thick natural hide protects are at the bottom of the basket. So there's lots of baskets you can think of. Sports baskets, which you can compete in. Passenger ride baskets, Vista baskets, which have chairs, and accessible baskets. The one you can't compete in, I mean, you can compete in all of them, but you can't really compete in the Vista basket. There is a reason for this because first there is chairs and pretend that the target's there behind you and you can't get to it. And usually sometimes the baskets can't turn. So usually the Vista basket, it's ultimate luxury and comfort, providing maximum security and protection for both the passengers and the pilot. As you see, it has amazing unrestricted views, which I still like, even though the passengers are seated. Here are some 4 reasons, but why Vista baskets you can't really compete in. 1, 4 seats for the passengers, their trays and harnesses. It's hard to get up and then just throw the marker. 2, the wall in front is usually lowered from the view, so you can't get in position to throw the marker. 3, each seat is equipped with also a weight restraint harness with the structure. So let's say you cannot throw it to the side because there's harnesses, lots of protection. Last reason, in normal conditions, the pilot crew usually stand up at the center, but usually they can't stand up. Why they can't stand up, there's lots of room and they would get stuck because there's trays, because usually lots can be steered by that. So those are 4 reasons why you cannot compete really in a Vista basket. But let me tell you all about all the baskets. So let's first start with the sports baskets. The strong design, aircraft quality, completely made by sports. Usually the handcrafted totally is distinctive with a weave method. So these are really good baskets to compete in. Usually the weavers are able to select and control the highest quality of materials. Technically, by that, the hot air balloon has its own propane, which can carry more than one person. Sometimes more than one, but it's usually just by its own person. By the Scandinavian high-strength floors, the hardwood runners are all conventional opening the basket, and they have 2 stainless steel wires at each corner. Each basket is plenty of handles each, but inside out, which is the choice of colors. The padded top is trimmed in a choice of the finest leather suede, but by its extra thin, natural hide protects by the bottom of the basket. Plenty of step holes can be used for easy access. Let's say all of our equipped bag pouches are accepted with fire extinguishers, just in case there's a first aid with documents. One of the largest ranges have the different type of baskets available in the industry. Whatever your requirements are, Ultra Magic has lots of cool baskets with sports and adventure, which you actually have to compete in. Ultra Magic is a great website, and it's our sponsor of Windham Balloons. And usually it's a standard kind of open basket within this. So let me pop up the image if I can. Oh, I can. So this is what the basket is. It's an Ultra Magic Kubicek or Kubicek if it's Czech Republic. But this is what they actually use. As you see, burners are stiff, baskets still, and the image of the basket is known by its own representative. I don't know how to pronounce the word. It's a really hard one. Representatives. Yeah. So once your requirements are ready, you can actually compete in the sport of adventure. You can do any tasks in a sport basket, which is actually really cool. Let's talk about the passenger ride baskets. We talked about this just right now, I think it was almost an hour ago, but the safety and comfort of the trademarks, they're combined with rigidity and they have longevity meanings of the recognized world leaders. So usually this is the largest passenger basket a hot air balloon has. It can fit major tourists with destinations in the world. It can fit lots and lots of testings to the international aircraft standards. So strong yet lightweight with one piece has plywood floors. So that's kind of like what's on metal surface or what's on plastic surface. But with the reinforced stainless steel frame, the balloon has kind of what they have in holes so people can climb over. Look at this. This basket is way bigger than Kiss the Sky. A way bigger heat shield. A way bigger Nomex, and a way bigger envelope or envelope. It usually depends on what you pronounce it. Yeah. Okay. Go back. All right. So, and what I kind of like about this one, it also has a heavy duty hard wood runner. If you don't know what a heavy duty hard wood runner is, they're usually the stain of the steel frame, and they have frames with tether points known on the larger sides. The basket ties down points as it available on all sizes, but usually the pilot restrains a harness with secure floor mounted attachment fields as standards, with all the passengers in the fitted sidewall having a standard. So there's kind of certain types and sizes of a basket. They can be fitted with movable and removable portions to allow flexibility to achieve optimum using of the basket space. Ultra Magic, their largest range, has a type of passion basket available in the industry. So we got the single partition, the T partition, the C partition, the double T partition, the double C partition, the multi partition. Yeah, those are the 6 ones you can use by an industry. Those are the type of baskets you have in heavy duty. Note by their available additional equipment beside skids of various designs. They order with the option to have bulletproof inserts in the side of the wall, which means they can't crash into anything. Like if they hit a side, the basket will be damaged. And the padding walls to protect against extreme landing conditions. The pilots can actually rail the center and end compartments. If you do not see this, you can actually have lots of models available with requirements, and you could also offer a range of special opinions such as seats, secret harnesses, and much more. The choice of options are available to you as the large list is here. So as you see, look at these baskets. One of my favorites is this one. As you see, lots of these got the doors in case old people go in. And yeah, it's a really, really cool one. And look at the heat shield. The heat shield's just a badass on there. Yeah. There's this one time, like, if you have a really big basket, they can sometimes be called as a fat boy or a bastard or a fat ass. That's what they call it if the basket's too big or if they got big ground levels at it. So that's with the big baskets. And let's go to the accessible baskets. Yeah, so usually many years ago, Ultra Magic had looked flawed and hard at the special requirements. So usually these baskets have a growing number of who had a strong desire to fly, but they were unable to use a standard basket equipment. Usually this research is actually made by the making fun and freedom of ballooning. A hot air balloon has lots of these chairs, usually for old people if they can't stand for too long. And usually they have new standards and they got a strong door system. So the door can't open usually only for freely to allow easy entry, but when closed at the two-pull lock system with security attachments, they sometimes make it impossible to open the door accidentally. So the design system, when closed, gives a rigid structure able to withstand the hardest of landing. Let's say the door can be complemented with a propose, and they have a floor wheelchair seat attachment system, which has systems that are designed to fit into a large range of baskets, type, and sizes. They could also use either the system of the door, the same basket using aircrafts. Wait 1 second, guys. Is that attached? Oh, yeah. So usually the aircraft attachments, they have lots of basket floors. Depending on the size, more than one seat or a wheelchair can be fitted in there. So a wheelchair can actually go in a hot air balloon. Only one of these baskets, the accessible baskets. So usually, depending on the basket, all seats of wheelchair systems can be easily into to allow in the basket or to be used in a standard configuration. The easy entry door system is also supplied without seat rail fits. So seat rail fits, known by the own kind of Cuba checks or electrical operated seats. As you see, some people have installed baskets for many years that they can compete in, but they recognize the development of the system is to improve a ride experiment for if they want to compete into this basket and try to do a race of competitions. So as you see, the operated seats, they can allow full and light visions while the occupant is safe, seated, and secured in a seat harness, allowing them to have the same visibility as a person standing, but crucially, fully certified as approved, and it's installed by conjunction. The easy basket door system can have attachments like into when you want to compete or when you want to require a different kind of faculty, or if you want a long distance for older pilots or older kind of passengers. If you want to compete with disabled pilots or old ones, you need flight training to compete if you're old. All right, so those are the baskets, everyone. That is the accessible baskets. That's what they use usually. That's what we've got. And usually there's more of these. And look at the capacity of how much these people can fit in the baskets. Such as a C0, C2, C1, C3, C10, C4, lots of them. They got suitable people, and one of them can fit up to 24 people. That is freaking a lot. Yeah, and with 10 centimeters on both sides of the trailer fitted, it can fit usually more than 3 people to 5. That's actually crazy for a small basket because it looks small that can only fit 2 people, but I can fit up to 5. Yeah. Okay, that should be up for our meeting. Thanks for watching, Woodhead Balloons fans. That was episode 2 on this channel. Thank you for watching our Vista episode of competition. Thank you for watching. Peace out.